Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Bailey Running Customs here. Today we're doing maintenance on one of my vehicles. This here 66 Pontiac Executive Star Chief. Bad boy. It's got a, I believe it's the YD code 389. That means nothing, but Pontiac had two engines they used in these models. You had the 389, 421. This is definitely not a 421 because it would be plastered all over the car to say 421 here and the dash all over it. Say it up here, say it on the hood cleaner. This is just a regular old 389. But it is the mid-range one. It's got higher compression, a little bit more aggressive cam profile. So it's a pretty good little motor. But when I bought it, bumper was trashed, so I took that off. I have a new one sitting out there. We gotta put a new transmission in it. That one right there. It's got to go in this thing because this one's transmission, it'll run for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then it warms up and then it loses everything. Does nothing. So I got a new one right there. I'm just gonna throw it in and have this one rebuilt or something. This door needs replaced. So something happened. Old feller that owned it smacked the door, ripped the door handle out, broke the window, and it's not worth the effort of doing all this when the guy I got this car off of has a bunch of them in his yard. Boom, good door right there. Same interior color even, but I will be using all these parts because these are in a much nicer condition than that one. The car's relatively nice. I mean, seat needs redone. Headliner's pretty wasted. The package tray's trashed. It's an AC car. You can tell by my pile of keys that I've been trying to get a new key for this thing. Cannot for the life of me find the correct key for this. Those are all 3 different part numbers. They all say they're for 66 Pontiac Executive Star Chief or Catalina, because Catalinas were the exact same. Cannot find a key for it to save my life, but so be it. A screwdriver will work for now. But she's got some rust problems. I found this down here. That's severe. It's bad. So, since the guy I got this one off of got a bunch of these in the yard, I'm just going to go find one that's in better condition. Rob that one, take this off, scrap pile it. So we're disassembling all this stuff. Got to unbolt it from here. I believe there might be a bolt in there along this grill here. But other than that, should be pretty easy. I put a new master cylinder on it. But when I hopped in to move it up here, it just, all the fluid, the brake pedal just did all the way to the floor. So I'm going to have to investigate that. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big task. This one's going to be for the old lady. We're gonna paint it up yellow for her because she likes yellow. It's just gross color, but it is what it is. She's gonna get a yellow. We're gonna doll it up real nice. I put an HEI distributor in it, got rid of the points. This is just so much simpler, more reliable. Don't have to worry about points or all that stuff. I did get a 4-barrel intake because this is a 2-barrel car, 2-barrel carburetor. So I was at a swap meet a while ago, and I scored a original 4-barrel carburetor intake. So we'll take, oh, easy. We'll take that, throw it on here so I can have a 4-barrel. And then I don't know if I'll go with like an Edelbrock, or if I just want to find a period correct quadrajet to throw on it. But I think I'll probably go with like a Edelbrock or a Holly, but we'll see. When I took the AC stuff off, it still had pressure in the system. So I think this AC system may work. I'll convert it over to R134. But yeah, that's about all this. I gotta get my new bumper and all that stuff. It's got some rust in the back quarters. So it's a little bit there. This isn't too big of a deal. This is easy enough. This is advanced. That'll be a fun one to get out. It's a little bit down here in the rocker. That's not a big patch though. That'd be easy to fix. It's all pretty solid. There's a little crunch right there. And then, but this one, it's gone all the way along the bottom pretty well. So I don't want to mess with making this myself. They sell quarters from here to here, all this, and I'll probably just graft that in. I got a buddy that does body work and have him graft it in or something. But yeah, for the rest part, it's pretty sturdy. It's a little bit here starting. The problem is that these big old cars, stuff gets sucked down into the fender down there, and then it just sits and it rots it out. But otherwise, yeah, the car's pretty sweet. It wasn't fancy. It had the fancy radio in it, all the knobs. It has a reverb speaker up here, fancy. See, boop, reverb off, rear. All the lights work, everything works in here. The dome lights come on. It's a shame about the headliner because the rest of it's so good, just that back piece there. But yeah, here it is. This steering wheel's very nice. I mean, it's crusty and cracked, but at least it's, you know, the plastic's still there. But yeah, follow me along for this fun adventure of taking care of this car the cheap way. Fender vanished, gone. So this thing has a lot of attachment points, more than I thought there would. So there's a sheet metal screw here on this piece of the grill. Got these two there, one there, one there. This one, this one, this one. These ones are missing. There's one down here. There's one right there, right there, right there. The hood hinge actually bolts to the fender as well. And then there's another one right there. All of those, they're all well hidden. But it's out. Next is the door. I'm gonna need the cherry picker to hold it. These doors are, let me tell you what, they are heavy. It is no joke. I smashed my hand actually getting the other one out. I didn't take the fender off for that one, and I had my hand like here between the door and the fender with the door open. And what happened was I unbolted the last one of these, and this thing fell over between my hand and the fender. Woo-wee, tell you what, that is not fun. But got the door. I'll rip these off quick, leave the door shut so that it has something to hold it in place. And then, actually, yeah, I just won't use the cherry picker. I'll just leave it latched, unbolt it. Oh, well, you know, still holding it. And then have the door off. And this car will look like it's getting ready for a demo derby, but it's not. It's getting work. I like this car a lot. It runs too damn good to be thrown away. Not gonna lie, that took me less than like a minute. It's super easy. Actually, that was incredibly easy. I just left the door attached on there, and then 4 bolts on each hanger, so 8 total, and then boom, they all just came right out too, which is great. I can get in here, treat all this, considering I don't want it to rust. I'd like this car to stay around for another, how many years has it been? It's like 60 years, something like that. Close, 59 years old. 59-year-old car. I'd like it to last another 50 years. But yeah, you see all this? Body by Fisher. Yeah, so there's that. Next up is, I guess, maybe putting the new door on, figuring out the door card situation first, actually. That'll be easier to take that one off, put it on the new one, then while it's on the car. This one's very nice. Great shape. This one, you know, if you can't tell, there's something minorly wrong with this one. You know, maybe there's a little tear right there, and it's split right there. But you know, no, nothing else wrong with it. A little, yep. But these handles will be nice to have around. Keep extras of those. Oh, this is going on the shop. Used OK cars. But yeah, there we go. And I got a new toolbox because I'm tired of working out of this thing, and it was like $100 off for the parking lot sale from Harbor Freight. So I was like, why not? It had like 170, 180 for it. That's not bad at all. And all this stuff, it looks kind of nice. Alrighty, got the transmission pan off so that it can drain, so whenever I pull it out, it doesn't make a bloodbath. I drive shaft out. All the U-joints are really good shape still, no play in them. The pan though, whew, you could smell the burnt trans fluid in it. You could tell this one was no bueno by the massive amount of clutch material stuck to the bottom of this thing. Look at that, that's all clutch material. Scoopy. It's kind of fun to play with. It's like moon sand. Oh yeah, this transmission was toasted. But since I got that one going in, this gives me a chance to learn to rebuild transmissions. Turbo 400, one of the simplest transmissions on the earth. I mean, they're made millions of these things. They're in just about every GM car from, I believe, like 62, 63s when they started them, and then they used them all the way up until, wow, this is making my fingers hot. I don't think it's supposed to do that. That's the cancer killing me already. But, wow, that is, what the hell? That is cooking my fingers. I'm gonna clean this off my hands. But they made them for a long time, used them up into the 90s. Great transmissions, super reliable, extremely sturdy, and they made millions of them. So if I break it, if I don't make it work right, who cares? The rebuild kits are cheap. Because I need to get this one rebuilt for my Chevelle, because that's the engine going in it. It's got all sorts of pony parts on it, forged I-beam rods. It's got hypertectic pistons. It's got the fancy new heads. They're Vortex style heads, but they've been machined for high lift. It's got a big old cam in it. High flow oil pump. I gotta put new bearings in it because there's slop. Because I didn't put the correct tolerance bearings in, because it's been to the machine shop before, and that one, real bad. That one's not as bad, but yeah, I gotta deal with all that, put new bearings in it, at least for the connecting rods. But onto this thing, transmission, I'm gonna hope to have it prepared to fall out tonight, so bolts out, transmember disconnected. I don't have a whole lot of time left to work on it. Had other stuff to do, but hoping to have this done up this weekend, and then hopefully next month put the new fender on it, new door on, throw some paint this thing's way. It's the old lady's car, so it's going yellow, which is not my favorite thing, but it'll be yellow because the rest of this is pretty alright. It's in good shape. The only real problem, child, is right down here, which I could fix at a later time. If I don't get paint on it, I'm going to lose interest in it, and I don't want to do that because I really like this car. So, throw paint at it, see some real progress, be able to drive it, and I'll do my thing with it. Last time I checked, all transmission pans were supposed to be that dark and that much clutch material down there. Oh yeah, but she's toasty. Definitely not good. It smells like burnt cancer and some sort of disability paycheck. Prepping the new transmission to go in, because that one is basically, I almost dropped it on myself, but we're prepping this new one here for going in. And you know, we're almost professionals here, so gotta clean it up, make it look nice before we put it in, you know what I mean? But I think this one may have been rebuilt. I'm unsure, but this tag here, usually when something's been tagged like that, it means it's been rebuilt before. If that's the case, that's awesome. That means this is good. It ran good in the car I had it in, but I don't know much else about it. I'm gonna have to compare them once I pull that one out, but they should both be turbo hydromatic 400s. Yeah, under here, I'll bring it in. I got all this loosened up. I loosened up the trans mounts, and I was breaking them free from their seal on the frame there, and I about dropped the transmission on me. It's currently held in by the transmission sitting on the flex plate. Otherwise it's come off. But this is going pretty smoothly, honestly. Working on cars from Colorado is very nice. Everything just comes apart. I could hear the trans flute in there. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. It's super clean under here. I dislike the Pontiac exhaust because it comes out middle of the collector up there. You can't see it too well, but the middle of the exhaust manifold comes down and then under, and then it loops over, so it makes working on the starter impossible because you've got about 2.5, 3 inches to get your hand into at best. But it's all right. I like my Pontiacs. They're great engines. Ooh, there we go. That is a cleaned up transmission, as good as I can get it in here. I need to get a new pressure washer because I'm just working with wire wheels. But it is cleaned up as well as I care to get it. But as long as the big crusty nasty crap's off of it, that's all I really care about. I'm gonna flip it over on its top, drop the pan, see if there's anything scary in there that I should be worrying about. And then I'm gonna pull the old one out real quick after I get this thing opened up, take a look at it, see what's going on. I wish I'd bought a new filter for it, because I'd put a new filter in because it's getting all new fluid. So, oh well, it is what it is. I might get to it later. But pull that one out, put the transmission bracket mount on here, so I can mount it into the cross member in the car, and we will slide this under there, throw it in, see how we go from there. But yeah, making progress, slowly trudging away. Alright, so here we go, we got it opened up. Good news, pan didn't look nearly as bad as the other one. Some clutch material is okay, a lot is not. But I'd say that's just old car's worth. But it'll do for what I need. There we go. I will fully clean this off camera just because it's hard to do one-handed. But you can tell the difference in the older Turbo 400s by the filter. Also, that is incorrect as can be. That is not supposed to do that, but it's in there nonetheless. Not a fan of that, actually. I'm gonna take that out. Yep, got the nice rag going on. There we go. There's supposed to be washers on that, but you know what? Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I could live with that. I'd rather put a new pan in it, or a new gasket and that stuff. But here's how this works. So you've got, inside of the casing is all of your clutches, clutch packs, bands, and all that stuff. This is your, oh, what the heck's it called? Valve body. So inside here's a bunch of passageways and stuff, and then there's check balls. And then this, your gear selector, pushes this in and out. You see how it has grooves in it? So those will go in there, and it will allow fluid, or it will block fluid. So you've got, this is park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2, 1. So that's how that all works in there. I'm not a transmission genius. I'm just a guy that likes to learn stuff. So we're gonna get in here, clean this up, check everything out, make sure everything looks copacetic and happy, clean up this mating surface. I'm just gonna reuse that gasket because It did the job before, so it'll keep doing it. Clean that up a little bit. And then, yeah, everything, nothing concerns me in here. I'll clean up the outside of this, get all this debris off of it. And then clean that up, throw it back on. Get it ready to go in there once I pull that one out. This, I don't like this though. I'd like to get some washers for it so it holds this thing tight. It's not all floppy and stuff. That's not good for it. But there we go. That's the inside of a Turbo 400. Well, good news is there's no transmission under there now. Bad news is one of these, it's not like the other. It's something, you know, I just feel like there's something missing right there on that one. I can't win. But, oh well, it's no big deal. I'm going to have to do some digging tonight, because clearly this is not going to work. It is missing a whole, I'd say about 4 inches. 7 if you're talking to your old lady, but it's missing about 4 inches. And I need to see if I can transfer this over to this, or if the internals have to change. I think the internals probably have to change, if I'm being honest, and that is not bueno news. But what I could do is I'll just start quoting up a rebuild kit, I guess. That's absolutely butt cheeks that one isn't just going to go right in. But they're both Turbo 400s. They're identical. I'm going to do some digging, see what I can't find out, and we'll go from there. But, I mean, it's out. That's good news. But, yeah. There's that. I mean, it's not much more I could do. This is going to be on hold until I could figure out how to make these things work together to form one long tail shaft. But doesn't mean I can't do other things. I still got to figure out how to go buy the fender off old Steve, and I got to put the door on. It's easier to put the door on without the fender, so that's good. But I got to take this awful door panel off, put my good door panel on, which is on the original door. That is an excellent shaped door panel compared to the other one. So I've closed it up shop for the night. It wouldn't be a Friday night in the shop if I didn't immediately bust open my fingers. The only finger that's not been beat to crap is my index finger. Everything else has been absolutely obliterated in the past 2 weekends. But such is life. Anyways, well, we'll get back to you on this and see what we can do from there. We have a door on now. Slight issues I've run into. The top sits too far out. It still sits a little far out. I think I might, my adjustment opens up, bolted in. I'm gonna have to adjust the lock, I believe, to bring that down a little bit, to bring the whole thing down. It's not super fun, but it'll get done. But yeah, got the new door card on. Luckily I was able to save it pretty well. The only problem is that you could really tell these old cars weren't all made the same, because this door panel, which is off the original door, does not fit perfectly on this door, even though it is the exact same year, same car, everything. Because you can see there where I had to bolt this on, I had to bolt it lower than it would have been on that door. The other door is bolted lower. So everything was definitely unique back then, but it's pretty cool. Shuts, seals tightly. Sits too close up there, in my opinion. It's touching there. Honestly, I might be able to bring it back a little bit. Might try that, pushing it this way. But now I just need to get me a fender, and then waiting on a rebuild kit for my transmission. I'm just going to do it myself, you know. It's like wiring or timing. You're going to be scared of it, but you got to get past that. Just do it. You know, you're not going to learn if you don't do it. So I'm just going to do it. And we're going to rebuild one of these bad boys and see how that goes. That's about all that I got going on for this thing at the moment. Chevelle's still in the works, as always. Well, yep. New door, look good. Okay, it's been a minute. This video's taking a long time. Apologize for it, but running into lots of issues with the transmission in this thing. I got the old trans ripped apart. I wasn't gonna record it. I mean, it's just a bunch of me screaming, cussing, screaming at why this thing's not working. Got it all apart, everything, all that gobbledygoo, and now I'm tearing apart the insides. This is all magic to me. This is made by a wizard. Stuff goes in, stuff comes out. Ta-da! That's how an automatic transmission works. But I'm about to show you why we had no first gear. And I'm no transmission guru. I don't know exactly what everything's supposed to look like, but this is like, I think, second and third gear clutches, I believe. No, that's third over here. This is second gear. But this is what it's supposed to look like. Well, not perfectly, but there's your clutch plate. There's your steel, clutch, steel, clutch, steel, clutch, steel, clutch. It's got material on it still. I'd say that's fine. That would have lasted a good while. Steels are in good shape. They got hot a few times through here. You can tell. Now here's first gear. Shiny black. Black. So this is probably the clutch plate with the most clutch left in it, and it's paper thin. This steel is warped inwards, so it's caving in, and it is burnt to high hell. This clutch plate, there's no clutch plate left on it except for the back there because it had warped, turned into like a plate shape, and this was no longer doing anything. Yeah, this one's just smooth, perfectly smooth. There's no clutches left. So now it's going to take even longer because I was going to finish this up today, put it all back together, get it ready to go in. But now I have to wait on new steels to come in so I can replace these. Everything else is looking good. I've been watching videos on it and everything, and I don't have to take it. I'm not taking it down as far as they are because I'm just doing a quick clutches. Everything else looks fine. Like all the gears are fine. There wasn't no metal in the pan. Everything looks like it should. Bushings are all in excellent shape in here. So I'm just doing clutches and seals. So like the rubber lip seals and stuff. Little gaskets like this one here. Stuff like that. These bearings, weirdest little bearing things ever. They all look good. None of them are cooked. So those are going to stay fine. Yeah, everything else looked good. It's just the, oh, there we go. Just the clutches that I need to do because this is toast, cooked. But in the meantime, I gotta clean up this case a little more. Cleaned up some of it, make it look a little bit better, but it's still gross. And then terrifying part is these check balls that go in the valve body. Terrifying. But yeah, all the fun stuff. This is a governor. I mean, this is the speedometer cable, gear, all that stuff. Like, this stuff's foreign. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. But, you know, it's all a learning experience. It's not honestly that hard. It's a bunch of snap rings, stuff like that. Take the whole transmission apart. Most people, like if you're doing like an actual transmission shop rebuild, they'll take this thing off because it's spring tension, really heavy spring tension. This one's only got 3 in it, which I accidentally took off, but I don't really need to get in there and replace anything, I don't think. Most of these rubber seals are still sealing rubber. But yeah, that's just about it. Not much else to update on here. All kinds of stuff, you know. Finally bought me a set of calipers because I needed those real bad. But yeah, that's all we got for now. Next weekend, my buddy Randy's coming back, and we are going to be sanding this and hopefully praying I could put some paint on it. Put my new fender on it, put some paint on it, really get the feel for this thing going back on, because when you let a project sit for so long, you just lose interest, and then you're like, screw it, somebody else can do it. But I like this car a lot, and I don't want to do that to it, so hopefully get some paint down, call it a day. Have an awesome little cruiser.